Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to format a drive so that most devices on the market right now can read and write to it. Since Windows is still by far the most common operating system, most drives come out of the factory formatted as Microsoft's NTFS, which famously isn't supported on Macs. So, let me just show you guys what I mean. Given this drive unwritable that I've created for this project and formatted as NTFS over here, we can see that when we're trying to copy this file over from the drive, it all works fine. But when I'm trying to copy over this hello world document from my desktop to the drive, then a little forbidden symbol shows up and tells us, well, we can't. And even when we're trying to beat around the bushes a little bit and open up this document and trying to make some changes to it, we can see that we can't unless we duplicate the document. That's because this drive in its current state is wholly unwritable, and any changes to any content on the drive will be strictly forbidden. So that's exactly the problem we're going to solve today, and by the end of this video, you guys are going to know exactly how to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up what's called disk utility. Now this utility, disk utility, comes with all Macs by default. In the left menu here, we're going to want to select the disk that we want to erase. And go up there always to verify that the disk name is correct, because you don't want to erase the wrong disk. And go up to the top menu and select erase. Here it's going to give us another warning to first make sure that our drive is selected correctly. Second, make sure to back up all data. If you have a new drive, you don't have any files on there, then that's fine. But if you have an old drive, now's the time to grab another computer and back up your drive. After that, just give it a name and proceed to select the format. Now I'm gonna go into a bit of detail on each format. If you don't want to listen to each format specifically, just jump ahead. But if you want to stay here and find out which file system best suits your needs, here's a quick rundown. Apple's file system, APFS, is a very new file system designed for macOS 10.13 and later. It's very reliable on Macs and honestly a great option if you are only using Macs or other similar Apple ecosystem stuff. Same with macOS Extended actually. It's an older version, older cousin to APFS, and it also works great on Macs, but only things within the Apple ecosystem has possible support. If you go out of the ecosystem, it's basically useless. If you want a deeper dive into APFS and macOS Extended and the forks of both file systems, then there should be a video popping up in the corner right there if you want to go watch it. Before we go on to FAT or exFAT, let's talk a bit about Microsoft's NTFS. So NTFS was designed for Windows, and outside of the Apple ecosystem, it honestly has great compatibility. But Apple, in its infinite wisdom, decided to not include full support for NTFS. And as for why I have this as an option, no, it does not come with disk utility. I just have a plugin that allows me to format to NTFS. So don't fret if you don't have this option because it's not by default. For today though, let's focus in on exFAT and its older cousin FAT. So FAT, as a very old standard, is nearly universally compatible. The trade-off? Well, it has very strict file size and space and speed limitations that pales in comparison to modern file systems like APFS and NTFS. So unless you have really old devices that absolutely require this universal compatibility, I would advise against using this standard and instead opting for something like exFAT. Speaking of which, exFAT is a great modern alternative to FAT. Not only does it have a much more generous file size limitation, it also performs on par with some of the most advanced file systems nowadays like APFS and NTFS. And not only that, it is also widely compatible with PCs, Linux machines, and Macs. So to recap, both FAT file systems are compatible with both PC and Mac, although exFAT is strongly recommended over FAT. And after we select the format, we can go ahead and select erase. And after disk utility completes the erasure, we're done. So we can click done and exit out of disk utility. Now let's test the newly formatted disk. You can see that we can now successfully copy files to it, and click that. And after we copy over the other file, let's test some changes to the file. And now you can see that we can make edits to the file. And with that, this video is effectively over. Thank you guys for watching. If you found it helpful, please be sure to drop a like and hit that subscribe button while you are at it to never miss an upcoming episode. Also, consider sending a super thanks to help support the channel. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye for now.